I started a video there the other day showing the broom handle Mausers. I posted that video of the guy shooting one just like this, a bolo, which was actually a compact version of the C96, ordered by Russia in like 1916, 17, something like that, 1917. And they're Mausers. They're just shorter. If I pull you over here to a side here to a, no, we're gonna get one out here in a minute anyway. We might as well start out from the beginning, I guess. This was your standard rig here, the Germans come up with. That's not a, I guess that could be a cleaning rod, but that's a tool to help take the gun apart. Then this pouch on the front here, that's not for ammo, that's where you kept extra magazine springs. These have a zigzag spring under the follower, and they must have broke a lot because you carried a spare with you. And then you could pull this whole deal out of the leather, which that leather also hooked to your belt. Some of them even hung around you and had straps like these holsters do. But you can see that cracked, and these were known to crack. This is a repo, but all these, even the originals, are cracked. It's hard to find a good one. What you did, you popped that open. We pulled the gun out. I believe this is the oldest one I got the most. It's not matching numbers, but it's pretty precise. Correct small ring on the bottom of the handle. It's got the original grips. A lot of them, you'll see the rings are different. Like if you look on mine, even you look on this one, you see that's a saddle ring that I bent up and put on there because it had none. But yeah, like I say, the grips are usually shot on these. Finish is usually gone. This one still says Mauser on it. It has kind of a big hole in the trigger. And if you look right here, the safety's flat. Those are sort of your first three indications that this is an older pistol. Because if you look at this one, your safety has a point on it right there. Where this one's flat. Oops, I got it off. That's about your two distinctions between the 2 years. There's a couple other things, but what they actually did, when the Russians looked at this gun to put it in their military, they thought, one, the barrel was too long, so they wanted the barrel shortened. So I think he's went from 6.5 down to 4.5 or something. I should know this. I should have a ruler here, but I don't. And they thought the handle was too big, so they made the handle smaller. So if you notice, longer barrel, big handle is the C96 model. Short barrel, small grip, that's the Bolo model. Both made by Mauser. Just one was a order for Russia. I think what the Bolshevik or something ordered them. And on these Mausers, the main thing with them was there was so much machining time involved in these guns, it didn't make them practical. And another odd thing, if you look, thousand yards. 1,000-yard sights on a pistol is kind of being optimistic, but I think I got one here, got 1,300 on it. But they, as you can see, this one has a couple proof marks on it, so it's been around. The other ones I'm not sure of. What they did, this case that they come in, let me move this folder out of the way. This case they come in was also a stock, which kind of hard to do one-handed. I'm sure a lot of people have seen the Clint Eastwood movie, Joe Kidd, where he's up in the church tire and he hits the guy in the head with the bottle of water, well, crock of water, and takes his bolo pistol with the stock and shoots the hell out of everybody with no trouble. But these, and even that video made these guns look easy to shoot, but they're not. They are a pain. It's a wild looking configuration when it's together, but it's a pain. They jam. You watch videos where you see a lot of guys are smacking the back of the bolt to close it, and they have misfires. And they say, I never had it happen to me. They say the 9th round out of 10 will fly out over your head, and the gun will still shoot the last round, but the 9th round gets thrown out. I've never had that happen. They say that's a common thing. I bought this particular gun on Gunbroker. I don't know how many years ago it was now, but, well, it was only $500, so it must have been a while ago. And I checked, the only thing I did to it was it needed a new grip screw, which I still haven't cut that one off. Other than that, that's the original grips and everything. When I got it, right inside of here, there's a flat spring that returns the trigger when you pull it. Returns it back to the cocket for the next time. That spring was bad. The only negative I ever got on Gunbroker, I wanted a woman, I actually bought it from a woman, but that spring was like $30. She got mad, said, oh, you got a gun with a bad spring, I'll give you $5 back or something. We ended up, I give her a negative, she give me a negative. I think the only negative on Gunbroker I ever got in, I've been on there since '08. But anyway, back to these, like I say, I think the Luftwaffe carried these more than anybody. They even had a model that kind of was like the old Japanese 7.7 that the sights would even, let's get the gun in the picture, the sights even would fold open, like to let you lead a plane, when you're shooting in an airplane. Yeah, it's a weird looking configuration, huh? I think this was about my fourth one maybe. Third or fourth one. All these pistols come back to one story about my buddy Pat Cody, my FFL dealer. I'm sure some of you guys on here know him. But I got my first one off of him, my second, third, and my fifth one off of him. He had a wooden crate, had 12 of these bolos, which that's one of them right there, all standing up in there, crisscrossing each other. And 6 this way and 6 the other way, in a crate that he bought for $12 a piece in 1959. They were still in the box. He brought me one in a bag. He couldn't get it back together. I wanted to buy one. He said, well, if you can get this one together, I'll sell it to you. So I did get it together. It didn't shoot, but I got it together, so I bought it off of him. And over the years, me and him fixed every one of them in that box. I've got 4 of them here. The other 8, I think his son owns now, but we did get all those pistols fixed and working. I'll pull a couple of other of these out and make another video every once in a while to keep some content going while I'm laid up here in the house. Yeah, go watch that Joe Kidd movie. There's a lot of good firearms in it. They got a bunch of, I believe they're Stevens 99s, the lever actions, and a couple other ones with scopes. When it's set in the 1900 where scopes and that were just starting to come out. Oh, here's the coffee. But like I say, that's the basic main C96 right there. You know, in the German, replica German holster, stock, whatever you would call it. And these guns have some kind of special law with them because you're not allowed to put a stock on a pistol, but something about the age of these and the fact that they were built that way allows you to do that. Like I say, later on, we'll get into the carbine model. But yeah, I should rehearse these in my head before I turn on the camera. I never do. I just turn the camera on and start talking. But yeah, maybe I'll get better. But I hope you've got some understanding on these a little bit. And like I say, I'll just do a couple more of them here. I got a Chinese one I want to show. And these were copied by countries all over the world. There was an Astro. That was a flat sided. The whole thing on these, there was so much machine work to do in these frames and that made them too time consuming for wartime. And as you see over the years, you'll see a lot of them, a lot of the cutting out and the molding went away. And they started looking, it actually become what they call a flat side, where there's no kind of indents on the side or anything. Smooth side, flat side, whatever they called them. But okay, I'm gonna go lick my wound and go lay down again. My ribs are killing me. But the wife's yelling, get these off the table. And I've been wanting to get them cleaned up, so I'm working on it. I'll get this one wiped off and back in the cupboard. We'll move on to that Chinese one next or something. Everybody have a good one. It's, I don't know, it's Wednesday or Thursday, I believe. Thursday. Everybody have a good afternoon, and we'll see you on the next one.